Hello everyone, today I'm going to react about 98-inch Samsung QN90 unboxing video, which is a monster TV. I took this video from the YouTube channel Spare Change. Go to that channel and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel also. So let's see the video.
Hello everybody, I'm Robert Zone from Value Electronics here in Scarsdale, New York, and today I want to thank you all for joining us. We're going to be doing an unboxing of Samsung's 98-inch QN90A. The QN90A, as many of you know, is the flagship model from Samsung this year for the 2021 model year, and it's their flagship 4K HDR TV. It's a mini LED television. It has the new next-gen ATSC 3.0 tuner built in. It's mini LED. It's quantum dot color quality. So we have very high expectations for this television. And it's available now. We're one of the few and first dealers to get this gorgeous TV. And we're about to do the unboxing right now.
This is the back of the base.
And here we have the power cord and the very new slim rechargeable remote control that this comes with, and the operating manual. Awesome. A setup guide if you want to see the proper methods for setting up this beautiful panel.
So we got the base. That's a huge box.
That's what he said.
That's So here's the base. That's the feet.
Yep.
Basically it goes like that.
Yeah.
And it sits on top, right? And then the back goes on it. The other screws actually go into the base.
Voila!
That's nice,
There
huh?
we go.
Wow, what kind of picture mode is this guy in? That's bright, huh?
Let's just jump over into the settings really quick. This is really quick right now. These are some quick settings. You've got your manual, Wi-Fi, your picture modes, quick picture mode settings, standard sound mode, TV speaker output mode, and game mode if you have it. So let's jump into the actual settings itself. Under picture mode, we've got a few different options. We've got filmmaker mode, movie, natural, standard, dynamic. And under the grayed out side, we've got picture size settings, expert settings. We've got brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, tint, sliders, apply picture settings to all sources, or you can apply them to current sources individually. Picture clarity settings, on or off, so this is like motion judder. If you want to mess with that for the soap opera effect. Local dimming, we've got it on high, standard, or low. Contrast enhancer, got off, low, and high. Film mode, color tone. We've got a few different options. Cool, standard, warm, warm 2. White balance settings. Probably wouldn't mess with these settings unless you're a professional calibrator. Gamma settings. Shadow detail. We've got some sliders here from -5 up to +5. I'm gonna keep that at default for right now. We've got color space settings. We've got auto, native, custom. Keep that on auto for now. Then we can reset. Back out of this, go under sound. We've got sound output. We've got either TV speakers, optical or Bluetooth. Sound mode, we've got standard, amplify, expert settings. Under audio, we've got HDMI EARC, all for auto. Put that on auto for now. Digital audio output format, we've got auto, PCM, pass through. Digital audio output delay. Auto volume, sound feedback reset. Back out of that, we've got under general settings. These are general settings, accessibility, voice, network, system manager, pretty self-explanatory stuff. Support and terms and privacy. And as far as navigating the menus, this is very snappy. I would assume if you have a Q90A right now that you know how snappy the menu is once you're scrolling through everything, so it's very snappy.
That's good off angle.
Looks good, right?
It's better than Sony, I think.
Looks really nice
Yeah.
from here.
I don't see any movement over here.
It's beautiful.
It sure is, isn't it?
I'm still on Vivid, Chan.
That's OLED.
Yeah, no blooming. This is on Vivid.
Wow, I'm still on Vivid. That's
Yeah.
pretty, it's really impressive.
It sure is.
Here you have a little bit more of a bright spot here, and you have more depth in the where the lines
Yes,
are.
I see that.
So they're like,
But there's a frame difference also. I don't know if that's a different.
but the light control around the, where they choose to control the light is around the image, but not on the stars.
Yes.
But here,
Yes.
you know,
That's
so
interesting.
It's a pick your
Oh,
poison.
so maybe the mini LED is actually helping us here.
I think it's helping us there, but I think
Yeah.
it's crushing us at the top.
Yeah, I know.
It's definitely vibrancy
Yeah.
and saturation
Yeah.
versus detail.
That's right.
If I'm guessing.
That's right.
You know, obviously, but see, like an image like that looks more vibrant.
Yeah,
But
here
this
it
one looks
does,
real.
right?
It's
Yeah.
more real.
I know. I know.
All right, guys, so you guys got to take a quick sneak peek of the 98-inch QN90A Samsung beast of a television set. We got to take a peek at some little demos that Brian set up for us.
Yes.
What are some of your thoughts and some of the, first of all, some of the highlights? What'd you think?
I would say that I was very impressed with it versus the QN90A when it launched last year. I felt like it's a more complete display now. It's the updated right out of the box. It didn't take any updates. It's
That's
up to its
right.
current firmware. Very impressed with its black level, its saturation, light control. It was excellent, very sharp, very punchy, and I was really surprised at how it controlled the blacks.
I will say that I was very impressed the second we took it out of the box, how deep and dark and contrasty the black levels were. I mean, we were getting very good image depth and separation, especially with some of the more colorful demos that you threw on.
Yeah.
But then I felt like things took a little bit of a turn once we compared it to the Sony.
I would have to agree that that's all true. I can parrot everything that you just said. This is a very wonderful and impressive TV. Nobody would be unhappy if they bought this Samsung QN90A. But when we did compare it to the 100-inch X92, I saw a little more detail in the images. I saw better control of the backlight. I saw what appeared to me to look in most images to have better blacks and just a more accurate, more depth in the image. But if you don't compare them and you put them in two separate rooms, I'm not sure anybody would know which was which. These are two very fine TVs. We got them butt up against each other and we're critically looking at them. So you can't beat that new XR processor. They know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the Sony has a more realistic, natural look to it. As we all know, with Samsung's color gamut and their saturation. What we'll need to do is we're going to have them calibrated.
Yes.
And then put like for like content that is from a Panasonic, Shane? With the 9000?
Yes.
And then we'll do actual Stacy Spears,
Yes.
the calibration disc. That way we are going like for like. And it's interesting to see the two different technologies and how they handle the same opposition in regards to how they tackle blacks, and how in some areas the Samsung was more black in one part of the screen but faded in the top, and the Sony was less detailed in that part but had more stars.
Yeah.
So it's interesting seeing how they handle
That is interesting that it is true that the star field with the same exact image on the same frame was better on the Sony, which is a full array local dim TV, versus a mini LED. I would have expected in theory on paper that the mini LED would have done better, but that's not the case.
So we had more stars in the star field on the Sony.
And better blacks.
And better blacks, but the Samsung Lions were more defined.
Yes,
So it's
that's
all
also
about where
true.
the algorithm was trying to focus. It felt like.
Yeah,
so they did trade blows.
So I feel like it was treating the darker sections of the image and dimming it down lower than what the Sony was doing.
Yeah.
And then the brighter parts of the image of the Samsung was bringing it up more.
Yeah.
Whereas I felt like there was a better balance on the Sony, so we're getting a good balance between darkness and lightness. So we're seeing more detail in the shadows, but also a little bit less detail in the brightness areas.
That's true.
Whereas on the Samsung, it was kind of boosting up more resolution in the brighter areas.
It's like picking where it wants to pop.
Correct.
Where it's almost like either one was showing you what they thought was more important.
Correct.
And that's what's great about the two different processing approaches, is which one, it's like the black bars, some aim at making those darker and others focus on the content. So it was interesting watching them trade blows.
And interestingly, they both have excellent black bars in the CinemaScope cropping bars.
They absolutely do. And I would say the Samsung behaved very well off angle. That was definitely a strength of mini LED. I think that's better than a full array local dimming. That was tangible, I thought, with this, but we'll have to see upon further testing.
So different tone mapping curves, as it would appear.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that's just our quick impressions of the Samsung 98-inch QN90A mini LED television set. If you want to check out the full review, check out Brian's channel, Whisper Status 74. Subscribe to him. I'll leave a link down below in the video's description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys want to pick up any one of these television sets, either the Sony X92J or the Q90A, stop by valueelectronics.com. Tell them that we sent you. They'll hook you guys up with some exceptional service. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again in the
So you see the video 98-inch QN90A, which is an excellent choice to use as a PC monitor. I will say it has a very low input lag, seems 98 inch. Just imagine if you play games on this 98-inch QN90A. I want to play games on this 98-inch QN90A. It definitely has a very low input lag and quick response time to provide a responsive gaming experience. And thanks to its wide viewing angle is also nice. Image remains most accurate at the edges if you sit too close. And you also won't have any issues in a well-lit room either, as it gets bright enough to combat there and has a fantastic reflection handling. Lastly, it displays proper chroma 4:4:4 with most signals, which helps it displays clear text, it seems to me. And it is actually very excellent also for movies in dark room. And 98-inch actually is VA panel mini LED and is excellent native contrast and great mini LED local dimming to display deep blacks, also upscales lower resolution content as well, like from Blu-rays, and automatically removes 24p And the only thing I noticed a bit of blooming around the bright objects. Otherwise, it has excellent contrast ratio, great mini LED full array, local dimming, very quick response time results in motion. And if you are a gamer, QN90 is amazing for gaming, and it's packed with gaming features like a HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. If you are a gamer, this is a great choice, QN90A. It's packed with gaming features like a HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and VR support, 120Hz panel, has very quick response time resulting in smooth motion. Even in 98-inch, I will say it's so smooth, and input lag is very low. It's great for dark room gaming. Its local gaming feature performs worse in game mode actually, and then outside said it only has one HDMI port that supports HDMI 2.1. So you can't take full advantage of both the PS5 and Xbox Series X if you connect them at the same time, I will say. And in QN90A actually great for HDR movies. Displays a wide color gamut, supports HDR10 plus as brand says, but it has no Dolby Vision. You can't take advantage of the Dolby Vision formatting. Some streaming content, you have to switch Sony TV if you like Dolby Vision, Dolby Dark. And it gets bright enough to make highlights pop, has an excellent native contrast. And if I compare this with HDR gaming, it's excellent for its low input lag, and has native FreeSync support and G-Sync compatibility to reduce screen tearing. In terms of HDR, it displays a wide color gamut and has incredibly HDR brightness in game mode, and also has an excellent native contrast ratio to provide great dark room gaming experience. But its local dimming feature isn't as good in gaming. And the last part of the video, another TV which is 100-inch X92J Sony. And honestly, I will say Sony X92J seems to be better. It's Sony's always provide natural color. Its algorithm, Sony's picture algorithm is different than Samsung. And there are some plus point on Samsung and some plus point on Sony. X92J looks so nice. Yes, Samsung QN90A has sharp and punchy picture quality, but the overall Sony's picture quality, the X92J also very looks gorgeous picture quality. As Robert says, X92J most accurate picture. Actually, the Sony's picture algorithm is different, totally different than Samsung. So that's it from now. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications. Thanks for watching.
To change your